Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will be studying Indian Constitution. My name is Aditya Anjancha and my USN is 1V22CS006. So the contents for today's video is necessity of the Constitution, salient features of the Indian Constitution, directive principles of state policy and its present relevance in the Indian society, Parliament, LS and RS, Parliament committees, state executive and governor, CM state cabinet. So what is the Indian Constitution? The executive, legislative and judicial branches of government receive their power from the Constitution and are bound by it. With the aid of its Constitution, India is governed by a parliamentary system of government with the executive directly accountable to the legislature. Necessity of the Constitution. So the first question in this topic is freedom of speech and expression means right to express one's own opinion by. The options are A. Writing and printing, or B. Words of mouth, C. Both A and B, and D. None of these. So the correct option is both A and B. So the second question is part 3 of the Indian Constitution guarantees now categories of fundamental rights. So the options are A7, B5, C6, D8. So the correct option is 6. So the third question is Indian federal system is similar to the federal system of. The options are A. England, B. New Zealand, C. USA, D. USSR. The correct option is USA. Directive principles are borrowed from the constitution of. The first option is USA, the second option is UK, the third option is Spain, and the fourth option is Ireland. So the correct answer is Ireland. The fifth question is directive principle of state policy are. Option A, justiciable, option B, partially justiciable, option C, non-justiciable, option D, depend on social sanction. So the correct option is non-justiciable. So the next topic is salient features of the Indian Constitution. So the first question in this topic is what is the status of the fundamental rights in Indian Constitution? The options are option A, they are informable and justiciable, option B, they can be amended by the parliament, option C, they are only applicable to certain individuals, option D, they are non-existent in the Indian Constitution. The correct option is they are informable and justiciable. The second question is which organ is responsible for making laws in India? The correct the options are A. Executive, option B. Judiciary, option C. Parliament, option D. President. The correct option is Parliament. The third question is which feature is independent of judiciary in India? The first option is separation of power. The second option is appointment of judges by President. The third option is control of judiciary by legislature. The third option is no judicial review. So the correct option is separation of powers. So the fourth question is Indian Constitution provide for a system of government that is based on the principle of A. Universal adult franchise, B. Separation of power, C. Rule of law, and D. All of the above. The correct option is all of the above. So the next question is who is the current Chief Justice of India? A. H.S. Tania, B. M. Patanjali Sastry, C. E.N. Singh, and D. Justice Dhananjay Y. Chandrachud. So the correct option is D. So the third topic is directive principle of state policy and its present relevance in Indian society. The first question in this topic is directive principles in state policy are A. Justiciable, B. Only some directive principles are justiciable, C. Non-justiciable, and D. None of these. The correct option is non-justiciable. The second question is directive principle of state policy have been described under article. Option A 36 to 51, option B 1 to 11, option C 12 to 35, option D 19 to 21. The correct option is 36 to 51. The third question is directive principle of state policy were incorporated in Indian Constitution with a view to option A ensure a democratic government in country, option B provide a strong central government, option C establish welfare state, option D raise lining standards of weaker sections in society. The correct answer is option C, establish welfare state. The fourth question is the basic feature of Indian Constitution is found in option A fundamental duties, option B fundamental rights, option C preamble, option D directive principle of state policy. So the correct answer is option D, directive principles of state policy. The fifth question is directive principle of state policy comes under which part of the Constitution? The options are part 1, option B part 3, option C part 2, option D part 4. So the correct answer is option D part 4. So going to our next topic, Parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha Parliament committees. The first question in this topic is how did members of Rajya Sabha were selected? Option A by the members of Vidhan Sabha, option B by the people, option C by the members of Rajya Sabha, option D none. The correct option is by the members of Vidhan Sabha. Second question is how many Anglo-Indians and other can be nominated by the President of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? The options are A 2 and 10, option B 1 and 10, option C 2 and 12, option D 1 and 12. So the correct option is option C 2 and 12. The third question is Indian Constitution guarantees reservation of seats to set STs in Lok Sabha and Assembly. The second option is Lok Sabha only. The third option is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and the fourth option is Rajya Sabha. So the correct option is option A, Lok Sabha and Assembly. The Rajya Sabha has a life of 6 years. Option B, it is a permanent house. Option C has a life of 5 years. Option D has a life of 6 years. So the correct option is option B, it is a permanent house. So the fifth question is when was the date laid for the new parliament building? The options are option A 28 May 2023, option B 10 December 2022, option C 21 May 2023, and option D 10 January 2023. So the correct option is 28 May 2023. Now our last topic is state executive and governors, CM state cabinet. So the first question in this topic is the governor of a state is appointed by A, Prime Minister, B, President, C, Election Commission, and D, CM of state. So the correct option is President. The next question is who is the present governor of Karnataka? The first option is Thawarchand Gehlot, the second option is Vajubhai Rudhabhai Wala, and the third option is Hansraj Bharadwaj, and the fourth option is Kanji Jeti Rosala. The correct option is option A, Thawarchand Gehlot. The third question is what is the maximum number of seats that state cabinet can have? The options are 15, B 10, C 20 and D 35. So the correct option is option A 15. The fourth question is who is the current Chief Minister of Karnataka? The options are A B.S. Yediyurappa, option B Baswaraj Bommai, option C Siddaramaiah, option D H.D. Kumaraswamy. So the correct option is option C. So the fifth question is who is head of the state executive in India? The options are A President, B Prime Minister, C Chief Minister, and D Governor. So the correct option is D Governor. Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next one.